Hey, hi everyone, welcome to our live today. So now we'll be doing P3 model compo and vocabulary. Okay, so thank you for those who are here with us today. Right, let's just wait for more people to join before we start with the live. Okay, hi everyone. Okay, hi. Okay, let's just wait for more people to join before we continue with the lesson today. Okay, so hello. Okay, let's just wait for more people. Right. Okay. Okay, let's just okay, since it's still 12 in the noon, I believe most of you is having lunch right now, right? Most of you are having lunch. But okay. So let's just start with reading. Okay? So over here, let's take a look. Okay, the day dawned bright and lovely. Sean's mother had been nagging incessantly for him not helping with the household chores for the week. Right. In the end, Sean had little choice but to sacrifice his Sunday morning cartoons and accompany her to the wet market to buy her weekly groceries. There was a hustle and bustle at the market. Okay, so let's just highlight all the good phrases first. That was packed like sardines. Sean's mother was at Mr. Lowe's, her favorite vegetable store. He was also her neighbor, thus, his mother was a regular customer at his stall. There was a wide variety of vegetables: cabbages, spinach, kailan, lettuce, and chili. When Sean's mother was about to take out her purse to pay for her selection, she realized it was gone. His mother became panicky and turned ashen-faced. At this instant, Mr. Lowe stuffed his and arms with vegetables and hurled them like a short-put athlete. Sean spun his head around to see a burly man with sunglasses who was just right behind his hysterical mother, taking to his heels. Fortunately, all the vegetables landed on the man's head, and the impact was so great due to the tremendous amount of them. The man groaned in pain and fell victim to the slippery floor, with a loud thud. Mr. Lowe and Sean gathered around him, while his mother, who had regained her composure, called the police. Subsequently, the police arrived and apprehended the pickpocket. Soon, the market resumed its boisterous noise and activities as shoppers went about their usual Sunday morning marketing. Sean and his mother were filled with gratitude towards Mr. Lowe. The police commended Mr. Lowe for his quick thinking and actions. Both mother and son were relieved to recover the purse and its contents all intact. They had learned a valuable lesson to be more cautious and vigilant in crowded places. Right, so you really do have to be more vigilant and cautious in crowded places, or you have a chance of getting robbed. Okay, so these are the power words, right? I give you some time, you can take your time to read and take your notes, right? Take a screenshot if you feel like it's going to be helpful for you, right? Okay, let's just see. Okay, so yes. Let me just leave this here for a while. Okay, let's go down to the second page. Right, take note of these phrases, right? They will be really helpful in the MCQ segment. Okay, so over here. Okay, let's go down a little more. Right, just feel free to take your screenshots and anything that is helpful to you. Okay, so I'll just leave the page over here for another moment. Okay, moving to question number 1. Right. Sean's mother had been blank at him for not helping with the household chores for the whole week. Right. So nagging something at him, right? So what can it be? Okay, anyone has an answer, right? What is more fitting for the context over here? Right. Okay, for question number 1. Right, anyone has any answers? Question number 1. Okay, question number 1. Anyone has any idea what answer it would be for question number 1? Right. Sean's mother had been blank at him for not helping with the household chores for the whole week. Right. So she has to be nagging incessantly, right? Nagging incessantly. Okay, so the answer is number 3. Right. Constantly non-stop, right? Nagging at him for not helping with the household chores. Right. Maybe some of your parents will still feel like this, right? Nagging at you to help out with the household chores. But okay, question number 2. In the end, Sean had little choice but to blank his Sunday morning cartoons and accompany her to the wet market. Right, so this word has the same meaning as give up. Right. He has to do something, he has to give up his Sunday morning cartoons. Right, any answers for question number 2? Any answers for question number 2? Right, for Sunday morning class cartoons, not classes, sorry. So you have to give up, right? To give up is to sacrifice, right? Sacrifice means that he has to go to the grocery shopping with his mother and not be able to watch the cartoons because he sacrificed the time for watching the cartoons to go to grocery shopping. Okay, so that's what sacrifice is. Okay, question number 3. There was a blank, and blank at the market was packed like sardines. Okay, there was a blank and blank at the market. Right, so this is a very common phrase that we always see, right? So like this phrase that we always see is over here. So is it a fuzzy muzzy, hustle bustle, nuzzle muzzle, or jingle jangle? Right? So there's only one full phrase that can give us. So what do you think the answer will be for question number 3? Hey, hi Ozil, welcome. Right. Hello Ozil. Hey. So for question number 3, right, this will only be hustle and bustle. Right, hustling and bustling market. Right, very energetic market. Because there's a lot of people talking with each other, bargaining with the fishmongers and all those, right? Okay, so for question number 4, he was also their neighbor, thus his mother was and lank at his stall. Okay, is it a customary practice, a regular customer, a royal client, or a usual buyer? Right, this is a little tricky for some of the P3 students over here. Right, some P3 students will find that this is a little bit trickier because they are unsure, right? For question number 4, usual buyer. Are you sure, Ozil? Are you sure it's usual buyer, or do you think it has another possible answer as well? Right, Ozil. Okay, do you think that there's another suitable answer? 2, yes. Okay, regular customer is correct. Okay, his mother was and regular customer, so it was a regular customer. He replaced the sentence. Sean's mother turned pale and became anxious. He replaced this sentence over here. Okay, so what is the sentence? Okay, Sean's mother went jumpy and paled out. Sean's mother became panicky and turned ashen-faced. Or Sean's mother became fearful and color flooded her face. Sean's mother was demoralized and went pallid. This is definitely wrong, number 3 and number 4. So it's up to 1 and 2. So what would it be? Okay, 1 and 2. What would it be? Okay, yes. So the answer is only option number 2, right? Sean's mother became panicky and turned ashen face. Okay, because turning pale is referring to ashen faced. Okay, and became anxious, right? Panicky, right? What do you mean by at Singapore, Phoebe? What do you mean by at Singapore? Like as in our tuition center is belongs in Singapore? Yes, we are based in Singapore. Okay, so we actually have 9 branches. Right, you can actually DM us for more information if you're curious, or you can actually WhatsApp the number over here. Right, you can WhatsApp the number over here for more information. Okay, Phoebe. And you can actually head to our website at Writers at Work to learn more. Okay, for registration as well. So for question number 6, at this instant, Mr. Low stuffed his hands and arms with vegetables and blanked them like a short part athlete. Okay, short part athlete, right? This is just a sport that they throw a very heavy plate across the sky, right? They just throw it with all their might and see who can throw it the furthest. Okay, so what would the answer be? But I don't need go English one because I'm good at English already. Oh, but have you ever gotten full marks for your English composition? Right, Phoebe, right. Getting full marks, okay, being good, right? However, what about getting full marks for English, right? It is possible to get full marks for English. Okay, with writers at work, it's possible to get full marks. And a lot of our students actually got AL1 for their PSLE this year. No. Okay, then how about you try answering all the questions over here? Right. At this instant, Mr. Low stuffed his hands and arms with vegetables and blanked them like a short part athlete. Right. So for question number 6, what would the answer be? Okay, 1, 2, 3, or 4? Thinking, right. Think of the options. Is it heaved, launched, hurled, or spurted? Right. Okay, what is the appropriate answer for question number 6? Any answers? Right. Before I give you the final answer for question number 6. Right. At this instant, Mr. Low stuffed his hands and arms with vegetables and blanked them, like he threw them with all his might, right? So one of the words over here is same as throwing with all his might. Okay, throwing with all his might. Okay, so maybe you're unsure of the answer, right? So the answer is actually number 3. Okay, hurled them with all his might, right? So threw them like a short part athlete, so it's hurled. Okay, the answer is number 3. Sean turned around to see a blank man with sunglasses, right? Someone with sunglasses. So this is a description, right? So which of these words means a large and strong man? Strong. Strong looking man. Okay, so one of the phrases over here actually means strong looking man, right? So the answer is actually number 2, burly. Okay, a burly man, right? A burly man. Okay, question number 8. Right behind his hysterical mother. Okay, running away. Okay, one of the phrases over here means running away, right? Running away. So over here, the answer will then be number 4, right? Taking to his heels. Okay, replace the sentence. The man fell down in pain. Okay, the man fell down in pain. So is it the man groaned in pain and fell victim to the slippery floor with a loud thud? Or is it screaming painfully as the man slipped onto the floor? Or whining in pain and the man turned turtle on the floor? Or the man cried in pain as he went toppling down. Okay, so what would it be? Okay, question 9. Right, so what would the correct answer for the sentence be? For question number 9, right? What would the correct option be? Okay, so the only correct answer will then be number 1. Right. The man groaned in pain and fell victim to the slippery floor. Okay, the man groaned in pain and fell victim to the slippery floor with a loud thud. Okay, this is the most appropriate description you can use for your composition as well, right? If you want to say that, oh, the bully fell to the floor with a loud thud, right? Groaned in pain and fell victim to the slippery floor is the best way to describe falling down on the slippery floor, right? Fell victim, which means that it caused him to fall down because he's the victim. Okay, so for question number 10, right? Question number 10. Soon the market resumed its blank as shoppers went about their usual Sunday morning marketing. Okay, so soon the market resumed its blank. Okay, question 10, right? The market resumed its what? Okay, question number 10. Okay, J says 2. Boisterous noise and activities. Yes, okay, so that is correct. Okay, resumed its boisterous noise and activities. Okay, for section 2, right? Question number 1. The general refused to blank even when the enemies outnumbered his troops. Okay, question 2. We will do our best to blank all our customers' requests. The manager told my mother when she was lodging a complaint. Not amount of gold would ever blank to gratify the greedy emperor. The families of the hostages will blank anything just to make sure their loved ones are safe. Okay, so these are the four questions for exercise 2 part 1, right? So anyone has the answer for question number 1, right? The general refused to blank even when the enemies outnumbered his troops. Right, so it means that his odds of winning are low, right? Since the enemies have more people that is in combat against him, right? So what would the answer be for question number 1? Is there anyone who wants to try answering? Question number 1, right? What answer would it be? Okay, question number 1, what answer would it be, right, for question number 1? Okay, so question number 1, anyone has any idea? Right, question number 1. Right, anyone wants to try answering for question number 1? Okay, question number 1. Right, refuse to surrender. Right, surrender is the correct answer. Okay, D. Surrender. Okay. Hello, Charlene. Welcome to the live. Right, you're early. Right, considered early. Have you eaten your lunch? Right, it's already 12:27. So have you had your lunch? You are playing game right now. Oh, what game are you playing? Is it Roblox? Okay, question number 2, right? We will do our best to blank all our customers' requests. Right. To blank all our customers' requests. So, what is it? Right. What can you do to the customer's request? Okay, what can you do to the customer's request for question number 2? Bed Wars Roblox. You are try-harding right now, I see. Right. How do you play Bed Wars, right? On Roblox. I've never heard students talking about this game mode. Okay, so for question number 2, the answer can only be C, right? To satisfy all our customers' requests. Okay, satisfy all the customers' requests. Okay, question number 3. No amount of gold would ever blank to gratify the greedy emperor. Okay, no amount of gold, right, would ever blank to gratify the greedy emperor. Okay, so what is the answer for question number 3? It's B, Pretty Violet. Okay, yes, okay, would ever suffice. Okay, suffice to gratify the greedy emperor. Very well done, Pretty Violet, yes. Okay, question number 4, last but not least, right? The families of the hostages will blank anything just to make sure their loved ones are safe. Right. Yes, okay, the last option left. Okay, A. Question number 5. When the hijackers were apprehended, everyone on board the plane blank a sigh of relief. Hello, Zom. Have you eaten your lunch yet? Okay, the last one is A. The last one is A. Wow, okay, interesting. Okay, question number 5. Heaved a sigh of relief. Yes, Pretty Violet, thank you for your answer. The answer is correct. Okay, it is A. In a fit of anger, James blanked a string of insults at his best friend. Okay, James blanked a string of insults. Is it spurted or is it hurled? Okay. Oh, you haven't eaten your lunch. Okay, I see Charlene and Zom telling me that it is spurted. How about Pretty Violet? Right, how about Pretty Violet? Right, or did she disappear already? Who eats lunch so early, Che? No, sometimes in primary school, some of the students' lunch time is like 11:30 a.m., right? Some of their lunch timings are quite early for like recess or something. Your lunch is 1:30 to 2? That is so late. I see. But usually during your holidays at home, you also eat lunch around 1:30, right? Okay, so question number 6, right? The answer is actually C. He hurled a string of insults at his best friend. Okay, hurled. Question number 7. Benjamin blanked all the way home the minute he alighted from the bus, as he was having a very bad stomachache. He was having a very bad stomachache. So what happened? B, I guess, launched all the way home. Okay, Alfia, it is not B, it is D. Okay, spurted. It means that he sprinted, right? He had the last spurt of energy, right? Okay, spurt of energy. So the answer is actually D, right? And question number 8. The latest handphone model was launched 2 weeks ago. Okay, you launch a phone model. Okay, question number 9. Don't worry about it. Okay, question number 9. When the snatch thief heard the sirens, he knew the police was blank. Hello, Moonlight. Ed. What do you mean by Ed? What do you mean by Ed? Is it A for Ed? Right, he knew the police was blank. Okay, he knew the police was blank. So for question number 9, what is the answer? Right, this is a little more challenging because the phrases over here actually have represented meanings. B, kicking his heels. Okay, unfortunately, the answer is not B for question number 9. You want to try again? Right, question number 9. Okay, question number 9. What is the answer? Asparagus digging in his heels. No, it's incorrect. Okay, asparagus is incorrect. Okay, try again. It is not A or B. Okay, thank you, Maki. Right, finally, last two options. Yes, hot on his heels. Right, he knew the police was hot on his heels. Question 10. Danny was blank and refusing to leave when he was told that the game he wanted was out of stock. What primary? This is primary 4, Charlene. This is P4 vocabulary. Okay, P4. Okay, Danny was blank and refusing to leave. Right. So, what is the answer? Okay, British. Yes, B. Right. Kicking his heels and refusing to leave. Right. Because he's very stubborn. Okay, our team captain is very stubborn. Although our team is losing, he is still blank and refusing advice from the other players. Okay, and refusing advice from the other players. Okay, what is the answer over here? Is it digging in his heels or taking to his heels? Taking to his heels is to start running away. Okay, start running. Okay, so the answer is only A. Yes, Maki, that's right. Okay, digging in his heels. And lastly, right, taking to his heels, the timid boy ran as fast as his legs could carry him in the moment he saw the notorious bully. He exercised 3. Right. Now we have the whole chunk over here. Janet became blank when her grandmother fainted at home. When she blanked, she immediately fumbled for the phone and called the ambulance. Okay, so what is the answer? He panicky. Okay, she became panicky. Yes. Okay, so answer is A. Okay, became panicky. When she blanked, she immediately fumbled for her phone. Okay, when she blanked. Okay, is there anyone who has any idea what answer will be for the second blank? Is it H? Composure, yes. Okay, regain her composure is correct. Maki, very well done. Okay, when she regained her composure. Okay, number 2, the audience went blank the moment the band took the stage. Okay, the audience went blank the moment the band took the stage. Okay, the audience, they went crazy, right? Hysterical, yes. Okay, hysterical, C. Okay, C, hysterical. The versatile band members performed a blank of songs. Okay, a blank of songs. And won blank applause. Okay, they are versatile, right? Hi, Unique Perspective. Thank you for sharing the live video with your friends, right? So do remember to follow us if you haven't, because we do have free live English sessions every day. Okay, so for question number 2, what is the answer? Right. Okay, B, right, yes. Wide variety is correct because they are versatile, so they can perform a lot of types of songs, right? And won blank applause from their ardent friends. Okay, and won blank applause. Okay, so what is the last one? Okay, tremendous applause. Yes. Okay, so the answer is F. Okay, question 3. The police blanked the burglars with the assistance of blank citizens. Okay, the police blanked the burglars. Okay, what would the answer be for this then? Okay, the police blanked the burglars with the assistance of blank citizens. Okay, apprehended, Maki, yes. Okay, once again, Maki is correct. Apprehended, right? They caught the burglars. Okay, question number 3, second blank with the assistance of blank citizens. Okay, so is it G? Subsequently, is it K? Is it quick thinking? Right, what is the answer for question number 3, second blank? Right. Vigilance, yes, the vigilant citizens. J for Japan, yes. Moonlight, that is correct. Question number 4. The blank boy threw his badminton racket at the pickpocket and stopped him from running. Blank, the police arrived and arrested him. Okay, so the blank boy threw his badminton racket. Are you sure it's the gratitude boy? Okay, yes, the quick thinking boy, right? He's quick thinking, which is why he decided to throw the racket at the pickpocket to stop him from running. Okay, and second blank, blank, the police arrived and arrested him. Okay, following, right? This word has the same meaning as followed by, right? Okay, so yes, G, subsequently, right? The police arrived and arrested him. Okay, third blank, right? Showed her blank by rewarding the boy with an ice cream treat. Okay? Gratitude. Yes, key D. Hello Mega 4, it's really been long since you've been alive. Right, how have you been? Have you been enjoying your holidays? Okay, so for this model composition, we'll be talking about burglars. Okay, once again, burglars. You play until you get scolded. Wow, that means you've been having too much fun, right? Okay, so I hope that you have been enjoying your holidays so far, right? Before school starts again in January. Okay, so now we still have the whole month of December to enjoy. 4 hours of games and 6 hours of TikTok. That is really a lot. That is like 10 hours in total already in a day. 10 hours in a day. Wow, that means that you can play from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so reading this over here. Moonlight, I addicted to TikTok. No wonder I always see you in our lives, right? Because you're always online on TikTok. Hey, so over here, right? Sorry. Over here, right? Burglars, right? Everyone must be in deep slumber now as the coolness of the night was ideal for sleeping. However, Perry tossed and turned in his bed, unable to sleep. Outside his window, the cacophony of croaking toads was getting on his nerves. He had enough. Finally, Perry stopped to close the windows. Just as he was reaching for the window, Perry caught a glimpse of movements outside. He squinted his eyes for a moment, adjusting to the dark. Two burly men, dressed in black from head to toe, were carrying something and loading it into the car boot. The object was long and gigantic, about the size of a human body. Finally, realization dawned on him. They were stealing the family's precious gold statue that mother had bought just yesterday. Unfortunately, the two men looked up and saw Perry. They hastily got into the car, preparing to make their escape. Perry was panic-stricken. He ran to his parents' room and started banging on their door hysterically. We are being robbed, Perry bellowed with all his might. Without missing a beat, father sprang into action. His courageous father took his car and gave chase. Mother took Perry into her arms as she dialed for the police. Soon after, the police joined in the chase. After a long, relentless chase, they finally managed to stop the burglars and apprehend them. They turned out to be the two workers who had delivered the gold statues the day before. Perry heaved a sigh of relief when his father came home safe and sound with their precious statue. He had no qualms about giving the police a brief statement about what he had witnessed. Perry beamed with pride when the police complimented him for his prompt reaction. Okay, so they managed to get the burglar because of Perry's quick thinking. Hey, deep slumber, sleeping very soundly. Ideal is perfect, toss and turn. So let me leave over here for you to take a look at the power words, right? Before we move on. Hey, Mega 4, what do you mean by look? Look at where? Right, where do I look at? Look. Oh, wow. There is a lot of roses. Wow, 10 roses, Mega 4. That is a lot. Right, no wonder you're getting the gifter badge already. Hey, Moonlight, light, camera, action. Joe, who's doing the 2:30 live? Okay, Shirley, it may be sad news or it may be good news for you. I am doing the 2:30 live later. Okay, I am doing the 2:30 live later. So do remember to join me at 2:30, right? I will still be doing live at 2:30 to 4 p.m. Okay? So moving on to the next page over here, I'll leave this here if any of you wants to take notes. Even though now it's holiday mood, right? Nobody feels like studying. Everyone just playing and joining here for like answering a little questions for some new knowledge, right? Okay, so let's move to question number 1 since everyone is ready. Okay, question number 1. However, Perry blank in his bed, unable to sleep. Right, when you're unable to sleep, what do you do in your bed? Okay, this is really, really easy. Right. Okay, Perry tossed and turned. Yes. Oops. Highlighter, yes. Tossed and turned. Okay, tossed and turned. 2 for 2. Unable to sleep, TikTok. Yes, that is how you develop a TikTok addiction. Right. Outside his window, the blank of croaking toads was getting on his nerves. Right. Sometimes if you watch TikTok when you're unable to sleep, you will find that wow, time passes so quickly and it's already midnight. You watched 13 hours yesterday, Charlene. Your eyes need to rest. Right. How do you have so much battery in your phone? I watched IDK hours yesterday. Okay, Moonlight. It's okay, charge. So you charge and you use to watch TikTok at the same time. Then once it's fully charged, you unplug it and continue to use TikTok. Wow. Okay. Question 2, right outside his window, the blank of the croaking toads. Okay, the blank of the croaking toads was getting on his nerves. Okay, so the blank of the croaking toads. Okay, what would it be for question number 2? Your screen time already 4.5 hours today. Wow, means that you started using your phone at 8 a.m. Right, Mega 4, you started using your phone at 8 a.m. That is quite early. Mine already 5. Wow. Or maybe it overlapped into midnight, right? And I just woke up. At 12 plus, Moonlight, you just woke up. 12 plus. You still got use 1 hour on your PC. Wow. So now everyone is comparing the screen times. Okay, so for question 2, right, the answer is the cacophony of the croaking toads. Right, the cacophony. Question number 3. He blanked his eyes for a moment, adjusting to the dark. You sleep at like 1 or 2 a.m. yesterday, Moonlight. Wow. Sleeping late and waking up late. The best holiday experience. Right? Being able to sleep late and still wake up late. Not needing to go to school, right? School holidays are wonderful. Okay, question 3. He blanked his eyes for a moment, adjusting to the dark. Okay, bye-bye, Mega 4. Thank you for joining. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Okay, so he blanked his eyes for a moment. Right, he blanked his eyes for a moment. Okay, he blanked his eyes for a moment, adjusting to the dark. So when you want to adjust to the dark, right, what do you do with your eyes, right? What do you do with your eyes when you want to adjust to the dark? Yes, okay, creamy parfait. Yes, thank you. Squinted his eyes is correct. Okay, you squint your eyes a little bit to adjust to the darkness, right? Because sometimes it's like when you're moving from bright place to a dark place, it's very hard to adjust and adapt. If school days I sleep at 11, that is still really late, Moonlight. Okay, question number 4. Replace the underlined word. They quickly got into their car, preparing to make their escape. Okay, they hurriedly. Right, so what is this? Yes, Moonlight, that is correct. Okay, they hastily got into the car. Okay, hastily. Okay, well done. Answer is number 4. Yes, creamy parfait. Question 5. He ran to his parents' room and started banging on the door. Blank. Okay, He ran to his parents' room and started banging on their door, blank. Hysterically, yes, okay? Would like hysterically. Very well done. Okay, question number 6. Right, without blank, father sprang to action. Okay, without blank. So what would the answer be for question number 6? Okay, without blank. Without losing a moment, without missing a beat. Yes, okay, so creamy parfait is correct for this question. Okay, without missing a beat is the correct answer. Losing a moment is a little harder in this context. Like, we don't really say losing a moment, but missing a beat is more on like as fast as he could, right? Not missing anything, right? Question 7. His blank father took his car and gave chase. Creamy Parfait, I just realized that your profile picture is a Hatsune Miku figure in a rabbit hat outfit. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, does that belong to you? What gallant? Oh, Moonlight, what is gallant? Okay, so for gallant, right? Gallant actually means to be like a brave or heroic person. Okay, so that is what gallant means. Okay, for question number 7. It's from Pinterest, but I gonna get the doll soon for Christmas. Oh, I see. Really, it's really cute. Right, especially you can take pictures over here with the costumes for the doll. Okay, so for this question, right, it is a little trickier because the answer is actually not number 3, right? It is number 2. So what does plucky actually mean, right? Plucky actually means to be very courageous, okay, as well, okay, courageous. Okay, so for context wise, we would use the plucky father, right? However, it is still possible for number 3 to be accepted in any situation that has no context as to the compo in our question over here. Okay, so Moonlight, I will still consider that you can be correct. Question number 8. After a long blank chase, they finally managed to stop the burglars and arrest them. Okay, a long blank chase. Okay, what type of chase? Right, after a long blank chase. Okay, non-stop, right? Okay, non-stop chase. After a long non-stop chase, they finally managed to stop the burglars and arrest them. Yes, okay, long relentless chase is correct. Okay, relentless. Okay, very good. Question 9. He had no blank about giving the police a brief statement of what he had witnessed. No problem. Okay, no problem. He had no qualms. Wow. Okay, very good. Question number 10. Perry beamed with pride when the police complimented him for his blank reaction. Okay, for his quick reaction, right? Okay, for his quick reaction. Okay, so the answer will only be prompt. Okay, so what does pompous mean then? Right, so what does option number 4 mean then? Okay, so this actually means to be very self-important. Okay, so this actually means to be very self-important, right? So moving on to exercise 2, right? The little girl stared in awe at the blank in front of her as she took in the gleaming horses and bright lights. Okay, stare in awe at the blank. Okay, so there is horses and bright lights, right? So what is this? Right, this is a ride, a merry-go-round, right? Carousel, yes. At the carousel. A for Australia, yes. Okay, like question 2. The blank dog dug through the garbage bin in search of food. Okay, the very hungry, starving dog. Okay, a very hungry. Okay, yes, cadaverous, right? D. Okay, cadaverous dog dug through the garbage bin in search of food. Olivia whipped her head around at the blank of screeching tires. Okay, at the sound, right? This sound, continuous sound of screeching tires. Okay, cacophony, yes. Oh, sorry, cacophony. Yes. So for question number 4, Michael dislikes visiting his blank grandmother, as he never knows when the old lady will throw a tantrum. Right, so lastly, there can only be B. Okay, now moving on to question number 5. The children were sick of listening to the blank story that their grandfather always told when they visit. Okay, question number 5. What is it? Always told whenever they visit. Means it has been reiterating a lot of times, right? Okay, so the answer is for question number 5, yes. B, repetitive. Okay, repetitive. Question number 6. Instead of feeling blank, the vandal started shouting vulgarities at the police officer. Okay, instead of feeling remorse, right, or repent, right? Okay, yes, so the answer is actually A, repentant. Right, question number 6, the answer is repentant. Question 7, the blank rain continued to beat down, soaking everything. Continued, right, continued. Means it was already ongoing. Okay, already happening. Okay, it was already happening. The blank child dragged his feet as he followed the mother to the wet market. Okay, the blank child dragged his feet. Oh, sorry. So for this case, for question number 7, right? Question number 7, the answer is D. Relentless, not giving up, right? Relentless. Continuous rain. Okay, and the last question, the blank child. Okay, the blank child dragged his feet. Okay, last but not least, the answer can only be C. Okay, the reluctant child. Okay, question 9. How about question 9? Let's look at question 9 together. The villager did not bother to conceal his blank towards the soldier. Question number 9. Did not plan to conceal, right, to hide his blank towards the soldier. Okay, for question number 9. Okay, so for question number 9, right, the answer can only be hostility, right? His harsh actions, his behavior, right, towards the soldier. Question 10. Jane was filled with blank for her willful behavior towards her mother, right? Jane. Okay, question number 10. Okay, for question number 10. Okay, remorse, right? Filled with remorse, right? Regret. They are reflecting. Okay, question 11. The defense attorney raised blank to the accusations made by the prosecutor. Okay, question 11. The defense attorney raised blank to the accusations made by the prosecutor. Okay, so for question 11, right, so what would the answer be? Between C and D. Right, between C and D. What do you think the answer will be? Okay, for question 11, yes. Okay, raise objections to the accusation. So when someone accuses you, right, you object, right? Don't agree, disagree. Okay, disagreeing means to raise objection. Okay, question number 12. Right, question number 12. He had no blank about working his opinion in front of the whole situation. Okay, he had no blank. Okay, question number 12. They had no qualms, right? No problem about voicing his opinions. Okay, so that concludes exercise 2. Now moving on to exercise number 3. Right. His sister's constant chattering was blank. Okay, his sister's constant chattering was blank. Okay, so what would the answer be for question number 1? Right, his sister's constant chattering was blank. Constant chattering means talking non-stop, right? So for question number 1, right? Okay, so for the first blank, right, it definitely has to be getting on his nerves, right? Getting on his nerves. When she was distracted by a phone call, Sam blank. Okay, question number 1, second blank, right? When she was distracted by a phone call, Sam blank, right? So what is the answer for the second blank? Okay, Sam made his escape, right? Okay, he escaped from the constant chattering because he couldn't take it anymore. It got on his nerves. Okay, so for the third blank over here, once he was out of the room, Sam blank. Okay, he finally did it. Right, finally. Okay, so he felt very at ease, right? He felt very relieved. Okay, so what would the answer be, right, for feeling very relieved? Right, so the answer is then C. Okay, heaved a sigh of relief. Okay, heaved a sigh of relief. Question 2. Tony blanked to his right and turned around to get a better look. Okay, to his right, and he turned around to get a better look. Okay, so what is it for question number 2? Right. He caught a glimpse of movements. Okay, caught a glimpse of movements to his right. He was blank when he saw a swarm of bees. Okay, he was blank. This is scary because once a bee stings, it will be quite painful, right? And it may actually cause some medical conditions. Okay, Cher, later I join you 2:30 live. I need to eat lunch. Okay, sure, Charlene, go ahead and enjoy your lunch, okay? See you later. Bye-bye. Okay, he was panic-stricken, right? He was panic-stricken when he saw a swarm of bees hovering not far from him. Okay, so for question number 3, right? The police blank, laid out, and blank for the robber. Okay, keyword over here is and, so the next word has to be a vowel. Okay, so and is a very big clue already. Okay, so for question number 3, what would the answers be? Okay, promptly, right, on time, like as soon as they are able to, right? Promptly laid out and blank for the robber. Okay, and ambush. Right, there's only one word that starts with the vowel over here already. So it will be laying out an ambush for the robber. When the robber was cornered at the dead end, blank that he had nowhere to run but surrender. Okay, so he realized, so realization dawned on him. Right, he realized, right, realization dawned on him. Okay, that he had nowhere to run but surrender. Geraldine was so angry that she blanked out of the apartment. Okay, she stormed out of the apartment, right? Big footsteps, heavy, and big footsteps, stomping out. Okay, she went to the top of the building and bellowed with all her might. Okay, and bellowed with all her might. Okay, so that's it, right? That concludes our exercise 3 for today. Right, we still have about 20 minutes, so let's read through the next composition together. He ransacked home. I was kept on the edge of my seat throughout the entire movie. Tina chatted enthusiastically to her friend, Ginny, on her mobile phone. The betrayal was so unexpected, both girls were so revved up from watching the latest blockbuster that they were talking 19 to the dozen. Right, talking non-stop. So for next one, it was then that Tina realized that the door of her house was ajar, right, slightly open. Ajar. As she took a step forward, she saw that the entire living room was in a disarray. All the furniture had been tossed one way or another, and shards of shattered vase lay on the floor in pieces. Something's not right, Ginny, Tina whispered uneasily into her mobile. I think my house has been broken into. Following the muted voices, Tina took a cautious peek into her parents' bedroom. Her eyes widened in horror when she saw her mother tied up and gagged onto the bed. Furthermore, the robbers were still at work, rummaging through the drawers. Just then, one of the robbers turned around. It was their new family maid, She must have been ganged out with her two friends to rob them. Taken aback by surprise, Tina let out a gasp of shock. Revulsion welled up in her. Unfortunately, the maid heard her. Before Tina could take to her heels, the maid quickly closed the distance between them and grabbed her by the arms. Help! My maid and her friends are robbing! Tina screamed at the top of her voice. Her plea for help was abruptly cut off when the maid struck her face sharply. Red welts immediately appeared on her cheek. Tina was shook to her core. Right. Oh, sorry. She was shocked to her core, not shook. Okay, she was shocked to her core. No one had ever slapped her before, not even her parents. How dare you, Tina hollered in rage. And with a massive leap, she pounced on the maid. Like a wild cat, Tina scratched and bit the maid with all her might. Help! Get this crazy child off me! The maid called out to her accomplices. Okay, so this is about the maid robbing the house, right? Robbing Tina's house. As the other robbers tried to pry Tina away from their friend, the wail of sirens reverberated through the air. Without hesitation, the two accomplices tried to escape, but they were too late. The police had already cordoned off the house. All three robbers surrendered without a fight. Tina's mother was rescued from the bedroom. They later found out that it was Jeannie who had called the police. As Tina was still on the phone with Jeannie the whole time, she had heard everything. It was all thanks to her friend's prompt actions that saved the day. As a reward, Tina's mother treated the girls to another movie. A comedy this time. Okay? So, moving on to the power words over here, right? So just feel free to read through the power words and see if any of the words can help you as well. I'm using your voice as music. Wow, Charlene, that is a very high compliment, right? By using my voice as music, my voice is not very melodic, right? It's not a singing voice. Okay, so I will leave this here for a while, right? For you to copy down, take down any notes for anyone who needs to um go to look for your notes, right? You can just refer to your gallery over here. From all our TikTok lives, right, you can actually gather so many new vocabulary phrases for your conversation. Okay, so let's just put this here. Let me scroll down a bit for you. Right, let me scroll it down a bit for you. Okay, moving on to the next page for the rest of you. Right. Moving on to the next page. Okay, so over here, right, just take down your notes for the next power words phrases. Okay, so moving on. Right, so let's just finish up the MCQ right before we continue at 2:30. Okay, so I was kept sitting on the edge of my seat throughout the entire movie. Tina blanked to her friend Jeannie on her mobile phone. Right, so Tina chatted enthusiastically. Okay, she chatted enthusiastically to her friend, right, on the mobile phone. Okay, question 2. Both girls were so blank from watching the latest blockbuster that they were talking 19 to the dozen. Okay, they were so excited, right? So if I were to say height, right, height. Okay, 1, worked up. Okay, Maki, the answer is actually 2, right, revved up, right? So the answer is actually height. Okay, so for question number 2, right, you have to take note that the answer is referring to they were very excited, right, and hyped. Okay, so for this case, the answer is revved up. Okay, question 3. It was then that Tina realized that the blank, right, the door was slightly open. Oh, sorry, I pressed wrong. Oh, no worries, Maki. Right, no problem. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so for question number 3, right, her door was slightly open, but how do I use a phrase that can best describe this sentence? Okay, okay, so for this, the door to her house was ajar. Right, ajar means to be slightly open. So there's just a small gap between this is the door and this is the room. Okay, slightly open. Okay, question number 4. I think my house has been. Which phrasal verbs do we use over here? Right, phrasal verb. Okay, which phrasal verb do we use over here? Okay, so anyone for question number 4, right? I think my house has been. Okay, broken into. Okay, so the answer is actually number 3, right? Broken into. So I think my house has been broken into. Okay, so for question number 5, right? Following the blank, Tina peeped into her parents' bedroom. Okay, following the blank. Okay, following the blank, right? She peeped into her parents' bedroom. Okay, so what is the answer for question number 5? Okay, it's actually muted voices. Okay, following the muted voices. Okay, question 6. Right, question number 6. Okay, furthermore, the robbers were still at work. Blank through the drawers. Okay, blank through the drawers. Okay, rummaging, right? You have to rummage through the drawers, right? Searching frantically through the drawers. Her blank was abruptly cut off when the maid gave her a tight slap. Okay, her blank was abruptly cut off. Okay, question number 6. Oh, sorry, question number 7. Right, her plea for help was abruptly cut off, suddenly cut off, and the maid gave her a tight slap. Question 8. Red blank immediately appeared on her cheek. Right. Question 8. Okay. Red welts immediately appeared. Okay. So it's actually the little fingerprints on her face, right? Okay. So it's like this. Right, red welts because she got a slap. Okay, moving on to question number 9. Replace the sentence. Tina shouted angrily and jumped on the maid. Okay, she hollered in rage. With a massive lead, she pounced on the maid. Okay, so for question number 9, the answer is number 1. Okay, question 9 answer is 1. Okay, she pounced on the maid because pouncing is equivalent to jumping. Shouting angrily, right, hollered in rage. The police had already blanked off the house. Okay, so this phrasal verb, right, it always comes together in a pair, right? This phrasal verb always works in pairs. Okay, so for question number 10, the police had already blanked off the house, right? It is definitely not corner, cuddle, or condemn, right? It can only be cordon off, right? As I have said before, cordon off means to like put this like the yellow tape, right? To say do not enter. Okay, do not enter. So this means cordon off, right? They barricade up the area, right? Okay, cordon off. Off limits. Okay. And that is all for our live today. Right. See the rest of you at 2:30 p.m. Right. Thank you for joining us today for our live right now, and I hope you have learned something new. Okay, so thank you everyone and goodbye.